Previously on Dumbgeons and Dragons.
I wish I could eat Steppen.
Donnie!
I don't think they're going to be able to respond to you right now.
What's the deal here?
There would be more order in a regime brought up with yourself and me.
So, you're looking for, like, a minion?
No, a partner.
You turn around and you see a skeletal figure.
Who the fuck is that?
Nergoth Blade Lord.
And, what's his deal?
He's one of the originals.
Oh, an OG.
That's what they call him. Original Greg. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 20.
No!
Through your backswing, you see coming down the hall towards you a horde of zombies.
Am I able to grab that finger bone and break it in half? I, just completely put all my muscle into this last attack. He just kind of crumples into nothingness?
You hear the rising, groaning yells of the oncoming zombie horde. From behind you, you hear calls from human creatures as they move in to fully surround you.
Welcome to Dumbgeons and Dragons. We're a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast, and I'm your dungeon master, Russ More, and with me today is Amy Moore.
Hi, I'm Amy Moore, and I play Thia Amastacia.
And Carla Johnson.
Hey, that's me. I play Nulara Moonbrook.
And Tom Laird.
That's me. I play Flint Firebeard.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Doing real well.
Still a bit sick, but good.
Obviously not snarky. I had nothing quippy to say.
No.
Very
No.
subdued.
Okay. Love this energy we're carrying in.
It's good to go into
It's
a
very
battle.
serious.
Because we're the shit is hitting the proverbial fan right now. It's happening, so.
Things aren't good.
They're not
Just like,
great.
okay.
Last I recall, zombie horde approaching,
Yeah.
etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
It's just
Etc.
sweep that under the rug. You don't have to worry about that. They'll just eat your brains.
Oh, is that all?
Problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine, right? Where people won't eat your brains is over on Patreon. Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast.
We can't guarantee that.
Touche.
It
We can't
hasn't
guarantee
happened
that.
yet.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah.
We can just say that the track record of non-brain eating has been high.
We are brain-free over in Patreon, okay?
Is that what you mean to say?
I don't know.
I mean, we're brain free, us
Yeah.
four.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
patrons are intelligent, attractive, wonderful people.
Just the
They
best.
are the best.
The best kind of people.
And when you are a patron, you get an episode dedicated to you. Like today's patron, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your last name, Craig Zeiss.
Ooh.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Craig.
Oh my
Thanks,
gosh.
Craig. That's a fun last name.
That is
is.
such a fun last name. There's a Z, a Y, and another Z in it.
Ooh.
And it's only 4 letters long. I think that's fantastic.
That is fun.
Amy is very easily impressed today.
So thank you,
My last
Greg.
name's Johnson. It's the most generic, boring last name there is. So, Zeiss, amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
More. Ours is actually just an adjective or an adverb. I'm more hungry. Yeah. How hungry are you?
Yeah.
More hungry than you? Yeah, we're an
Sure.
adverb.
Yeah.
I know words. Big deal.
So thank you, Craig, for not being an adverb. And thank you, Patreon, for being all awesome.
Totally.
That is,
awesome.
that you guys are all fantastic.
Unless anybody has anything else.
No, I just want to kill some zombies.
Well, fuck it, let's play D&D. We see dragons tearing and chasing through the air. Most of the airships have been downed, some in Allied territory, others surrounded by screaming and fighting mobs, being held back by magical shields, dispelling undead and holding walls up to keep cult mercenaries at bay. We see one of those ships at the base of the well, crashed and splintered apart as giants, mercenaries, and devils close in on its position. The deck is ablaze, and we see a few figures clambering out of the wreckage. One of those figures, Thaddeus Sicker Kramuppel, who wearily climbs up to a vantage point and peers over, seeing the oncoming attack. He calls out, Anyone have any plans? He sees panic set in among the several younger ship hands and soldiers. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a slightly dented metal cylinder. He cracks it open and peers inside. Well, are you ready? I hope so, just like we spoke about. Thaddeus throws and releases the contents of the cylinder towards their attackers. What looks like dust and dirt gets caught up in the air, and one at a time, slowly at first, then faster, thousands of grungs emerge full size, weapons drawn, and rush the oncoming cult of the dragon. Climbing and leaping over giants who suddenly claw and strike out at their own allies. Some begin screaming and running as they are touched, rolling down the side of the mountain. It is covered in a rainbow of grungs. As we race and follow down the mountain, we see two cloaked figures enter the tunnel behind where our heroes entered and fade into the shadows. We hear the undead groans and yells from cultists as they converge and surround the hallway where Flint, Thia, Nulara, and Donnie stand.
Oh my god!
So good.
So good. They came back. I was actually concerned. I was like, they're never
too,
going to
and then
make
when
it
you pulled
home.
out the metal tube, I got so excited.
Tingles.
Last we recall, Flint was at the T of the hallways where you had come from, staring down the horde of zombies having just killed Nergoth Bladelord. Thia, Nulara, and Donnie were facing off against the 4 drakes who still remain. Further down the hall in which you were headed, you hear voices from cultists calling out. I'll just say, narratively, you are at you're holding things off. No need to immediately jump into initiative order.
Hey, Flint, good job!
Sure, thanks. What do we do now?
Well, I think, Nulara, you have these guys handled. I think I'm halfway in between where Flint was, because I remember running to him and then Flint ended up killing him and me being like,
Yeah.
oh.
Cool. Yeah, don't
Cool,
worry about it.
good job. That's fine.
What do you see, Flint?
I don't know if it was the guy that we just fought or what, but there's a horde of zombies coming our way.
Excuse me, what?
Yep, there's a lot of them.
They're about 20 feet from the turn in the hallway.
Sorry, have we decided, are they running zombies or shambling zombies?
Shambling.
Are they running or shambling?
They're not slow, but they're definitely not running.
I don't know what that means.
They're lurching around pretty fast.
Puppy dog panicking right now. Guys, we've got 3 options. Zombie horde, don't know, more drakes.
I'm still immune to damage, so I'll keep fighting these drakes.
So do we want to push past? I don't think zombies are going to wait.
Fair. Or do you guys just want to run?
Let's fucking run.
Towards
We could just book
the
it.
voices.
Voices.
What do you think?
I say voices.
Yep, I'm in.
I start wolf running.
You all begin to book it. Nulara, you make room for Flint, Thia, and Donnie to get by. The drakes jump at you and are clawing at you.
Think I maybe have both swords out? Because why not?
Sure.
Right? Why not?
Flavor-wise, I like it.
And they're going behind me and I'm just slashing out. Just in case one of them gets dumb enough to, I don't know, walk into my sword. Either of the swords.
Sure, yeah.
Reckless Nulara is more fun.
You manage to, in your spinning and backhanding swords and knives and stuff, take out 3 of them. The other one turns and sees the undead horde coming down the hall. As you all look over your shoulders, you hear the groaning begin to echo down towards you. The drake sees this and runs back down the hallway in which it came. As you carry forward, you see, coming around the corner, at the other end of the hallway carrying torches and various weapons, about 8 to 10 members of the cult of the dragon that you are now charging towards.
Do they all appear like they're living?
They appear living, so most of them are talking, barking orders at each other, prepping for possible collision. As you are running towards, you see them finally come around the corner, putting faces to voices.
How far into this next section are they? And how far behind us is the zombie horde?
You kind of round a bend, so you see them disappear. They're about 60 feet ahead of you, which the hallway that you are running down keeps going, but also is an intersect. The zombie horde behind you is about 100 to 120 feet behind you, shambling, so they're not moving as fast as you are.
But they've essentially cut off
that direction.
So there's no turning around and choosing the other hallway, is what you're saying.
There still is the Drake hallway that they have not got to yet.
Can I roll, yeah, I'm thinking an intimidation roll. And I'd like to pretend like we have the horde of zombies working with us. And I want to threaten the group that we're running towards that they better get the fuck out of our way or our horde of zombies is going to be here momentarily.
I like it.
Sure. Yeah. So line of sight, they probably can't see the horde of zombies if you're hoping to use that as leverage. But
I'm going to tell them that it's coming.
Okay.
And then when it
and be like,
shows
wait
up,
for it.
Hopefully they will be like, oh my god, he wasn't lying, and they fucking get the fuck out of there.
Cool. Gonna need two things. Gonna need...
Okay.
Exactly. Narrate for me what it is. You'll roll, and I'll tell you how they respond.
Okay. So I kind of look at Nulara and Thia, and I say, guys, we just need to keep them busy till our horde of zombies is here to help us. And I yell it real loud. All right, that is with my bonus, 28.
Yeah, they stop dead in their tracks, and you hear them kind of mumbling quickly, and they turn and look the way they were going, and kind of weigh they're like, I don't know. Should we... They stop and listen for a second. You guys are closing in distance now, and they... some of them start running back down the hallway which you are going. A couple of them are just standing still. They don't know what to do. They've kind of panicked at this moment.
Can we just push on by them?
Sure.
I growl at them.
Sure. You're just kind of pressing by, not moving to attack anything, just...
I mean, if they were just kind of stunned into silence,
yeah.
I'm happy to just run past them.
You four pile through them, knocking them to the side. Everybody make a perception roll as you do this, and as you...
21.
15.
24.
As you pile through them, Thia, you kind of look over your shoulder. You see that the undead army is coming in behind you, but you also see a bright light following in behind them, like a massively bright light following in behind them. Nulara, you turn to see the eyes of a dragon looking right at you as you are running straight past this hallway.
Guys, there's something bright back there.
Guys, I think there's a dragon in that room. I think I just saw glowing dragon eyes.
That makes sense.
Do you keep running while this is happening?
Yeah, I think we're
I think so.
Scream conversationing.
It wasn't a 5-headed dragon, so not the one we're after this time.
Quippy.
You continue to run, and as you clear the hallway, lightning comes down the hallway and strikes the remaining cultists that you ran past.
I scream, holy shit, and I run more.
Looking back, as that happens, you see a ball of flame ignite the undead. So now most of them have dropped, but some of them are on fire, and they turn to face where the flames came from. And another one lights them up.
Well, on the plus side, we are down some enemies. On the downside, we might,
Do you think that's someone helping us, or do you think it's just a happy coincidence?
I think we shouldn't ask any questions. Let's keep going.
Agreed. I mean, they're helping us right now, so I'm into it, but let's go try and stop the ritual if we can get there. And
Sounds
if
good.
somebody got our back, dope. You know how Nulara always says dope?
Dope.
Yeah, always.
The hallway begins to snake around a corner, and you have 2 cultists ahead of you trying to run away from you. You turn and look back, and you see the scales of a brass dragon continue past the hallway, chasing down more of the cultists that were coming down towards you.
Ooh, brass dragons are our friends.
That is dope.
So you are currently in pursuit of 2 cult members who are continuing to run away from you.
Hey, we're all running in the
catch 'em.
same direction.
Yeah, everybody make a dexterity check.
Say 20.
It's a 19.
It's a 10.
Thia and Flint, you manage to close ground on the 2 cultists who turn and see you and see that you don't have an undead army behind you anymore and turn to fight you. And they call out, "Hope you got all those undead armies behind you, because it's going to be a real rough.
That doesn't even make sense.
Roll for initiative," is what the DM says, and not the person.
11.
I stumble up wheezing at this point.
Yeah, no, you
Bent
were
over.
there, but they kind of zipped ahead of you.
You've got a cramp.
Guys, I need like 2 minutes.
Cramp.
22.
14.
We're going to call one of them Dirk and Flounder.
I feel like Flander's going down first, and I don't know why.
You don't know that. Flounder might have all the fights.
That's not how you say that. That doesn't even mean anything.
Nulara, you're up first.
Great. Are they both just human dudes?
They both appear to just be human dudes. Both also look as if they're both brandishing short swords, but both appear to be reaching into a satchel as well as they turn to face you.
Fucking satchels and their dumb magic ingredients. Okay, I guess I will just attack the one that is closest to me with Dragon Slayer.
We're going to say that's Dirk.
Okay, so that is a 15. 15?
15 does not hit.
Son of a bitch. Let me
But
try
hey,
again.
we
They're
know
only
that
stupid
15
humans.
doesn't work now.
How
That's
about 20?
20
Not a crit.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Great.
I think 20 hits most things.
Yeah, I'd be scared if it didn't. I mean, more scared? 20 damage.
So you run and I assume take like a flying jump past your friends and strike into the first cultist, who is otherwise known as Dirk he has a name tag.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm new here, Dirk.
There's so many new people, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with
they're
this whole
always
thing.
They
hitting
all look the
Employees.
same with their robes
Yeah,
and their
they gotta have something
Yeah,
that
that makes
separates them.
sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Then Donnie is going to try and recharge his... Oh, and he does. He rolled a 5, so he's recharged his fire breath. So if I can try and get both of them, that'd be great. If not, just the one is fine also.
Yeah.
15-foot cone.
Yeah, like so he's kind of coming in behind, so like
Beside me, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep. Sorry,
okay.
dex save.
Dex save, yeah.
9 and a 12.
Okay, well, those are both going to fail. I only have out 3 d10s for some reason, because I'm a bing bong.
Classic bing bong move.
That's 18 fire damage.
So Dirk is first in that line, and his clothes alight as he kind of tries to shield himself. Flounder kind of looks like he doesn't look like he likes it, but he's looking like he's taking it okay.
Okay.
Is that all you've got?
Rude. Then he will try and bite Flounder, like the one that was less affected.
Sure.
Okay. That is a 21.
Donnie, stepping up.
You got it.
And that is 12 piercing damage.
As he's like, bring it! He brings it, And
Donnie decides to, in fact, bring it.
he takes him at his word, and he takes a big old chomp out of that attack. It is Dirk's turn. Dirk pulls out of his bag a glowing green orb. He begins to throw it at you. 17.
At me?
Yeah. You are struck by this orb, and it explodes at you. 27 poison damage.
Son of a bitch.
Rude.
Thank God I have this armor on, because otherwise I would have been dead like 3 fights ago.
Flint, you are up next.
Flounder within reach.
Flounder, yeah, he would be within range of you, yeah.
I'll go kick his ass for a while. Don't even worry about it. I'm assuming my moist tongue longsword is still moist?
Yeah, it's still moist.
That's a 27.
Yeah, that hits.
23 damage.
And it's all wet.
He takes a big ol'
Ew.
Careful now.
A big what?
a big ol' sloppy hit from your moist tongue's longsword.
Yep. I thought you were... Yep, all right, we're just going to move along. Second attack.
Can't wait till I get to these episodes and have to do the sound effects for these ones.
That is a 19 that time.
Still hits, yeah.
24 damage that time.
Yeah, he screams out in pain as you strike into him again, and he's like, why am I wet?
Good question, asshole. Third attack. It's a 24. 19 damage that time. And how's he looking, Russell?
He's looking confused as to why this weapon has made him this way. Sure. Both quite seriously injured and moist.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to action surge and hit him one more time.
Okay.
You're giving him a real licking.
It's a nat 20.
See right there?
Yeah, give it to him.
So we're just gonna double everything. Hang on here. All right,
Oh,
16,
God.
22,
Give it to
26.
him. We're doubling things.
That's right. That's right. Flint can go more than once. Thank you very much.
If you're stabbing him twice, is it double penetration? Is that...
I mean, I would have to assume
he stabbed him. He stabbed him 4 times at this point. So
Yep.
No, but this is like double damage.
Yep. So the
I just
first one,
wanted
I
to
think
say
I said
double
26. I already
penetration.
lost track of it for the first one. Second one is 17, 22, 23. So all said and done, 49 points of damage.
tell me how you decimate Flounder.
Yeah, after seeing the initial confusion on his face as to why he was wet all of a sudden, I used that slight opening to absolutely just run him through. Like, just from tip to hilt, all the way to the balls.
Oh, no.
I would assume this sword has balls, because thank you, Ty.
Absolutely.
He long ago forgot what he was trying to do in this, wondering why in his eyes you see the question why he stopped to turn to fight, and then you see the recollection as to it was Dirk who started the fight, looks over to his buddy, and then dies.
Et tu, Dirk?
Well, hello there! Welcome to the middle of the episode. Thank you for joining us for episode 79 of Dumbgeons and Dragons, A Time to Run. Remember that one?
Yeah, it's very,
Yeah.
like, a very
On the
biblical
nose?
title.
It's not usually a move that we do too often.
I know.
But we should maybe consider more.
It's a whole, character growth thing, I think, is what we're going for in this episode.
Perfect. Here's my time to shine.
Okay, great.
Just kidding. It's not my time to shine, but I forgot to tell you guys. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. That's not what I forgot to tell you. But I listen to a ton of podcasts. And the other day, my phone was like, nope. And everything was gone.
No!
And when I went, like, it just, like, this happens all the time with not the podcast app. Like, it just disappears and then you have to reload it. So I did that and I went back and there was nothing in it. Like, no shows, nothing. Like, it was like I had just opened the podcast app for the first time.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh God. So then it was like, we're going to rebuild your library. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that'd be great. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. So it loads like 6 shows and like an episode of each. And I don't know about you guys, but I have like 30 podcasts that I have even if I don't actively have downloaded episodes, I will download one and then keep it on my shows so that I remember like, oh, I like this one. I'm going to download more when I have time.
Yeah. So, or you can pop in and like see who's on it.
Yes, exactly. So that was the worst because of course there are like 5 shows that I for sure know that I listen to. And then I was like, I don't even know. I have a terrible memory. Like, it's all gone. I don't remember what I listened to. I don't remember what to do. I remember what to do, but...
This is your podcast within a podcast. Carla's phone does stupid shit.
Yeah, or like my podcast within a podcast. Carla sure likes podcasts.
RE podcasts.
I'm done. That was my story.
And if you like podcasts, maybe you consider, specifically our podcast, not just any podcast, but our podcast, consider visiting patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where we have just revamped all of our goals.
Did we do it or did you do it?
I gave you guys some input in that I told you what I did.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Yep.
You did a great bang up job, honey.
Yep. So the goal we're working towards now, we're going to be streaming a one-shot where we play that Carly Rae Jepsen thing.
Like that sci-fi, so what is it? It's like Boy Problems or something?
It's called Boy Problems. It's like a heist-themed adventure where she gets her songs stolen and the adventurers have to get them back. So we're going to do that when we hit our next goal. But also there's a goal after that where we're going to do a Flamekins backstory episode because everybody's been asking for that.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be so awesome.
And then if you keep going up a little bit more, there's a goal where we're going to play an Austin Powers themed episode.
And how are we going to do that? Yeah. Well, we're going to make it all up. So that will be like total original content that no one asked for.
No one asked for this, but they're going to get the brainchild of the 4 of us. It's going to be horrific, you guys.
It's going to be so
Help
good.
us get there.
It's going to be great. It doesn't matter how, it might take us 10 years to get to that goal. But we're going to watch Austin Powers, all 3 of them, once a week until then, just to make sure.
Boy, yeah,
it's in the fine print.
That seems like a promise I don't know if we can keep.
Anyways, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. Lots of new great goals up there to give you more content. Lots of great stuff to get you extra bonus stuff for supporting us, because thank you. And if you're unable to join us on Patreon, which sometimes that happens, and that's totally okay, we get it, but you still want to help out the show, we invite you to write a review and rating for us, like some of these lovely people right here.
This one is from Grawrock via Apple Podcasts from the U.S., and they say, love it! Okay, first and foremost, I came upon you guys by complete accident, but it was a happy accident like Bob Ross and his happy little trees. I listen to you guys at work all the time and just love each and every one of the characters and personalities you bring to the table. I have had to stop myself from trying to chime in and be like, oh, hey guys, remember you have so-and-so? Which would have probably been very helpful.
Need him on like an inner ear thing.
Yeah, that would be great.
But I remember I'm at work and may look like a loony. Anywho, you guys are awesome and I love hearing about the adventures of Flint, Thia, and Nulara. Keep it up, guys. Sincerely, Grawrock. And then in brackets he says, that's my actual last name.
That's a fun last name.
Wow, okay.
It is extremely difficult to say, you guys.
Grawrock. Grawrock.
Grawrock.
Grawrock.
If we're saying that wrong, please let us know. It's not even a word anymore. I've said
let us
so much.
know. I mean, we mess up names all the time. We mess up names within our own show all the time.
This is true.
Dumbgeons and Dragons.
I have one from Podchaser. Lucky Bridget says 5 stars. A hilarious adventure that has me grinning from ear to ear every time I listen. That's so nice.
Thank you so much, Bridget.
I also grabbed one from Podchaser, and this one's from David O'Steele. He gave us 5 stars, says, great, friendly group of companions adventuring their way on the table. Feel free to jump in and get lost in the story. Thanks, David O'Steele.
God knows we are.
Every time.
Lost.
Every time. So lost. Like
a maze.
Every episode is a maze. But thank you so much, everybody, for writing reviews. And if you write a review, we will read it right here. And thank you for being awesome, because that's what we do. Links for those couple things that we mentioned today will be in the description. I didn't mention a lot. Usually I say everything, but now it's just a couple things, including where you can find us on Discord and the Reckless Play Guild Facebook group, where we've joined up with some amazing podcasts, The End of Time and Other Bothers, Dark Dice, and The Lucky Die. And this Friday, I interviewed him from The Lucky Die, and that Type B interview, is coming out to the Facebook group. So come join us over there and find out some great things about him and her podcast.
Awesome. I've really enjoyed reading all of them so far.
Yeah, I like the switch 'em up style.
We've interviewed all the DMs, and players are coming up next. So you get to find out about all of us. Final thanks to Sirenscape for some of the amazing atmosphere used in today's episode. Make sure you check them out at sirenscape.com to bring your games to life. And the next episode, it'll be out Wednesday, April 10th. So let's get back to this one and see if they're still running. I can't remember where we cut. Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Sorry, you stabbed him with the sword balls deep?
That's correct. Yeah.
Somebody please fan art that.
Whose turn is it? I don't even know. Are you done?
I haven't done my turn yet. Do I get to go? Is there anything left for me?
Well, it was Flounder's turn, but not anymore. Oh. Thea, you get to go.
Oh, success. I'm going to see if I recharge my breath weapon. I do not. So I am going to bite at Dirk. A 20.
Yeah,
Good.
20 hits.
And as I run towards him, I say, take this, dork. Because...
Oh, snap.
Because
scathing.
Yeah.
And he says back, I feel like I'm in grade school all over again. This is why I joined the cult. So I could get away from these horrid names.
13 piercing damage.
Oh!
And you have to succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
14.
It is a 14, so...
Dirk is not prone. He is pierced, but not prone.
Question. Did I take Guacamole out?
Did you, though? I think you did.
I think I may have.
You just forgot.
I think, yeah, we just haven't been...
Coming around the corner, following in behind the brass dragon, you hear...
Insert owl noise here.
And she swoops in and has a turn.
I was wondering about that. I was
always ask.
Now that you mention it, I am 100% sure that you summoned Guacamole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember wondering, like, hey, is there enough room for Guacamole in these tunnels? And you're like, yeah, the tunnels are like 25 feet by whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's how that conversation went. So nobody has to go back and listen. It's exactly how it went.
That's just how it happened.
So she is going to attack with her talons.
She got lost in the dark caves.
She did, and she's still a little bit confused. That's only a 9.
She swoops in, more spooks Dirk.
Yeah.
As it now becomes...
around him.
Yeah.
Birds scare people.
Feathers everywhere. As Nulara's turn comes back.
Oh. Great.
Carla's like, I have to wake up now. It's been such a long time.
It's a lot that happened.
It's just because there's only 2 bad guys. Well, and now only 1 bad guy. Usually there's a lot more enemies that get turns in between there. Okay. More sorting, I believe is the verb.
That is the one, yeah.
It's a 19.
Yes.
15 damage.
In his confusion, he doesn't see your sword coming.
See? Guacamole helped.
And lets out a cry.
1 more of those. That is a 16?
16 will hit.
Okay. Well, 22 damage.
He's bleeding from underneath his robes. Puddles and... No, not puddles. Puddles is a bad way to describe blood. Pools. Pools of blood begin to form underneath him.
Nulara puts on her wellies and starts splashing around.
As he reaches for yet another orb, but Donnie gets a turn before he does anything with it.
Donnie will try to recharge, which he does.
Yeah, Donnie.
Fire weapon. You need to do a DC save.
Nope. That's a 3.
Okay. Guacamole really knocked him off his game.
Yeah,
He's
really threw him off.
Nobody expects
Just
to see a
reeling.
giant bird come flying at you. So
So this is some big math.
Oh, I
for
like
me.
this.
15 plus 16 is 31.
Damn, Donnie.
Describe to me the scene as Dirk goes up in flames.
I think Donnie pretty nonchalantly shoots the flame, but then after he does it, he spins and him and Guacamole kind of slap wings.
talon.
like a high five.
Slap wings.
Yeah. Because
Kind of
he's
in like a
stoked that
Twirl of flame, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty stoked that his be-winged friend is there with him again now.
As he screams and drops to his knees, the orb falls to the ground and rolls towards you, and the light goes out as the last dying breath of Dirk vacates his body.
Nah, take that, dork.
You're standing in a corridor. You hear screams coming from down the hall from what sounds like a dragon devouring them. You have...
Probably our dragon, so that's
Screams
cool.
to the left of me. Silence to the right. Here I am.
Before we do anything else, can I use my amulet of temporary health to give myself 20 HP for today?
Yes. Yes,
Great.
you can.
That'd be
Good
great.
memory, Carla.
Any other potions you want to just down while you're at it? We've got randos here. We got rando
So, yeah.
potions.
Can I take a healing surge while we have a stack?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I have a...
Someone's got Andre's Go Juice.
I have that, and I have bee's knees.
You have bee's knees, so that means you've got glass jelly.
Yeah, I also just have a health potion, which is probably...
well, yeah, that's-
potion of healing.
Donnie's like, remember those days when we used to, loot bodies?
You wanna? I don't have hands, Donnie.
I will loot Flounder's body.
On his body, you find 3 more orbs.
All dark.
Yeah, because that's kind of canonically how I just did it.
Just right now, these are useless. Why did you even loot this body?
But you also find 2 other potions. 2 other potions.
Are they
What
labeled?
do they look like?
Red glimmering liquids.
Oh,
Red
fun.
glimmering
Like my life essence
Is
potion?
it similar to the life essence potion?
is similar.
Ooh,
Yes.
I don't like that.
No,
Don't like the way you said similar.
It's very much the same.
I'm like,
don't wanna-
someone should take these. I don't have hands.
So yeah, I'll give both of them to Nulara.
I'm busy taking my own potion right now. That's why I'm not looting with you guys.
Should I
As you
loot
were
the other
wondering.
body too while I'm there?
What I'm...
I have
What's
available
left
hands.
of it? What's left of it? Isn't it pretty charred?
He is pretty charred, but his bag was to the side.
How fortuitous. I go and I nudge my nose at his bag and pick it up with my teeth and kind of gently empty the contents.
There is 1 more orb, also not lit. 2 other potions, also a red glimmering liquid, and a sketch of what looks to be the remains of, or was the living Dirk and his buddy Flounder.
Oh!
They stopped by the boardwalk before they came to the big fight.
It
Are they
is
both on skateboards?
It is
maybe?
caricature-esque.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm feeling much better after that fight. Well, not after that fight. After all that healing I just did.
I
Perfect.
see someone come and take these ones as well. These ones here. I'm nudging and rolling them. Oh, God.
I'll grab them all like a big old hoarder.
You can
I
throw
love
them at us when we need.
So you have the direction in which you came, which you hear dragons and screaming and stuff, or the direction in which you run, in which you can make a perception check to see if you hear anything new.
Sure, why not?
I would also like to perceive. I have keen hearing.
14.
I just rolled a 10. Does keen hearing give me an advantage?
Sure.
Okay.
You're actively hearing
17 is my perception.
26.
the rumbles of the Dracorn are the only thing you hear echoing down the chamber of which you are walking.
I want to keep going towards where I know the direction is towards the chamber, like based on what that dude
The told
us.
direction as to
Stephen's knowledge.
Stephen.
Stephen. There it is.
You begin walking down the chamber.
I think we're probably like trotting. We're at a jog. Time is of the essence here.
Yeah.
You are briskly walking with intent and purpose, and you get to a T intersection. So you left or right?
What would Britney Spears do?
She'd work, bitch.
She'd work, bitch.
Oh, God.
She's at a crossroads.
So you could ask Britney Spears, what would Tom Hanks do in Castaway?
Oh, God.
Both at a physical and metaphorical crossroads. What a hilarious ending.
I'm listening with my keen hearing, and it's an 18. 17.
Amid the dull drone of the Dracorn, you hear echoes of battle both ways.
Cool. Flip for it.
Einy, Moony. I can't remember.
I just edited this one. Einy, Moony, Mitzi,
There was no
Mitzi. Mitzi.
Einy, Miny, Meeny, Mo. I can't remember. Anyway.
Nobody cared to write it down, so.
It was so good when it happened.
It was really good.
It was so organic. It just came so naturally.
I think we just want to keep heading like deeper towards the center of the compound.
That
right?
would be a southern direction then.
Okay, let's go south.
Okay. So that is a right turn.
Okay, then a right.
It's all right. You're going south. And you carry on a ways, and it appears to get darker. You keep going. You don't hear any distinct voices coming from the direction ahead of you, and you see at the end kind of splintered light coming in at the end of the tunnel. You keep going, and you see that there's a way to crawl through some rubble of what looks like perhaps a cave-in.
Does it look like it's a lot of hassle to crawl through, or can we shimmy through pretty easily?
Can us giant creatures fit through? There's my question.
You giant creatures?
I am a giant winter wolf, and I have a giant owl. We are large, and Donnie is large
Donnie's
as well.
pretty big too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you all can probably fit through. There will need to be some maneuvering of boulders. It might take a little time, but I mean, you don't know what's necessarily on the other side.
But we know this is the way to get closer to the center of...
This is of the two directions that you just had, yes.
Well, this has like some light coming into it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're underground, so if there's light coming through, there obviously is like some kind of chamber on the other side of this for light to be coming through, right?
Makes sense.
So
shall
I
we
don't think there's
take out-
electricity down here. Only candles and torches.
That's really what the cult's been trying to do, is invent
They're
electricity.
trying to wire the whole place.
They've got a big Tesla coil on the other side.
I just think, like, if someone took the time to have torches lit on the other side of this, it means there's something going on over there.
Well, and I mean,
People
like,
are over there.
magic can also be a source of light.
Also, like a giant fire pit that they're going to use to sacrifice people and thusly maybe bring forth a dragon. Let's dig.
Okay.
Let's move some boulders around.
Everybody give me a strength check as more of a basis for how long it takes.
It is a 17.
11.
7.
A lot of the path is clear. It takes you a little while to clear some of the heavier boulders to allow for the giant creatures to pass. Nulara and Flint, you would be able to pass through quite unhindered. Thia, you in your winter wolf form could probably clear through pretty quickly, but Guacamole and Donnie might have a little trouble, so you take some time just to make sure that nothing collapses back in on any of you. Who's leading the pack here?
I am.
Flint, as you and one other person
probably me. I'm like the next smallest person, right?
Okay. Flint, as you and Nulara move the last boulder, you realize that the light source is coming from a monstrous building of sorts. A light shooting up into the sky. And you find yourself in a wrecked pit inside the caldera of the Well of the Dragon. Amid the wreckage and the rubble that you see before you, you see fragmented bones now that your eyes begin to adjust. And you look up and you see this mind-numbing structure. All of you begin to exit out into this. You see dragons soaring overhead. And it looks like it is tangled with bones and rock and is blasted up out of the volcano itself. The stone and bones look like they've been imbued with the dark magic of the Nine Hells, and what you can presume as the Temple of Tiamat, with all of its chaotic angles jutting out. Within that snarl of cornices and soaring angulation, you make out 5 asymmetric towers, topped by twisted steeples. Screams and roars come from over the edges as another blare of the Dracorn sounds, and you are looking at the Temple of Tiamat. Is everybody, we already did a little half recap there, but everybody's comfortable in their knowledge of what's happening at present around them.
I think so.
Yeah.
Murder, death, and chaos.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
As just,
Good summary?
it's just a Tuesday.
Right. You
Like this,
start
for all you
running.
guys looking at home.
Nulara, you'll have to disengage. Not that it really matters, because you're
Impervious to
Yeah.
everything
Impervious to-
amazing.
Donnie would have to
You
disengage.
literally took half my HP with the one magic user, so don't act like I haven't gotten hurt. I'm like half
You
dead.
hurt her many ways. Partially emotionally.
I didn't take half your HP. I
Well,
took 20 of it, and then the others you
Yes.
can get back at some point.
Yes, fair. Because we want to keep going in the direction where Buddy told us
Yeah, where the sacrifice
the
room
sacrifice room was, right?
That is an idea. Yep. Okay. You...
Are we running in the right direction?
I don't know. I only
what
have
I'm
the
trying to
map in
figure
front
out.
of me.
I know as much as you guys.
Okay.
I always feel like whenever we have to stop, Russ gets like bad ideas as to what to do to us.
It gives me an extra second to think, which is maybe good.
See, that's what I was talking about.
They both appear... They both appear to just be human dudes.
I like the Italian. They are both. They're just to be. Nothing good ever comes of a glowing green orb.
Never.
No, it doesn't.
So is every fight I have to do it?
No, sorry, it still is, because you had said moist previously, but you hadn't said it again, so no. Yeah, it's still moist. What I'm saying is you haven't turned it off, is what I'm saying.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's what I was wondering.
Moist.
His sword's always turned on.
It's always turned on.
Always.
Until he turns
Always.
it off.
Till he takes a real hard look at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because nothing's more of a sword boner killer.
No, I'll just wait to do that. That's a good
Wait till he
idea.
throws the thing? Okay.
I want to delay my turn until he has his action.
Makes sense. The rumbles of the Dracorn are the only thing that catch your hears. Ha.